Your ID on you.
I don't have an ID.
Okay. Let me gather your name. Let me move over here if you don't mind, so other people can get your card here.
But didn't she say that if I left, she didn't want me trespass?
She just told me that she
But she said if I left, I didn't.
What's your first name?
But she said if I left, and I left.
What is your first name?
I left.
What is your first name?
But I left.
What is your first name?
Do I have to give it to you? I didn't break any law.
You're being trespassed from the public library.
I won't go back in there, trust me.
So you're refusing to give your name?
Because they're afraid of being held accountable. P. Barnes.
It's a nice speech, but you're still not coming in.
Let the record show that you just battered me.
Step back.
And you're using...
John Ligato Show. I'm John Ligato.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, they won't even let us inside of City Hall without an appointment. So we requested to speak to somebody from City Clerk's office, who is right here. Hey, sir, how are you? So I filled out the records request.
Okay, so I asked the question.
About the budget, right?
Yeah, they do have it online. The latest one is 2024.
Okay.
So you can have it online. They don't because they have it online. They do not provide.
Because you have it online, they don't provide what?
They don't provide
a physical copy
anymore. If you want a printed copy, it's 637 pages, and you have to pay for it.
I don't have to pay for it, but it's online.
It's available online.
Okay, and just my FOIA request, my public records request here is for first, last name, titles, and salaries of all city workers for the year 2024. I assume that would be to HR. Oh, I'm just documenting my experience, sir. I understand that. I'm just documenting my experience here. Hey, how are you? So what the security officer here was trying to show me is no audio or video recording.
John Reyes, the Long Island Auditor, is about to go 0 for 5 on his First Amendment beliefs. So he's either been ignorant or being deceptive to his viewers. We have the proof.
Are you stationed here, officer?
Most of the time.
Can I just get your name and badge number? You caught me at a disadvantage. You know who I am.
Let us begin unraveling Sean's core beliefs on free speech. There's the camera.
There goes our friendly reminder that they're always recording us, even though it always seems to be an issue when we, the people, record them.
Security cameras in public buildings are for security. Auditor cameras in public buildings are for initiating conflicts for profit on YouTube. Not the same. The two signs, no audio or video recording, and by appointment only, are covered by a Supreme Court decision allowing local government to restrict access based on time, place, and manner. So the manner that the City Hall chooses to conduct business is no camera and appointments required. And the narcissistic comment in which Sean gets all giddy when someone knows him.
Can I just get your name and badge number? You caught me at a disadvantage. You know who I am.
Let's have a narcissistic flashback.
I'm all the way in Kentucky. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way they know who I am all the way out here. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, how'd you know my name? That's pretty cool, man. How'd you know? Am I that famous?
You're not famous.
Am I that famous?
I don't know you.
And here's another example of Sean's oversized ego.
When I was watching the body camera footage from one of the officers, I saw that there was a picture of me, to my surprise. So do you know the reason why there's a picture of me behind the security desk? Well, yeah, my name is Kamanad. My name is Sean. Okay. My name is Sean. You have my picture there. Obviously, you know my name.
Let us return to Sean's version of Cheers, where everybody knows his name.
Do you know who I am?
We actually implement
right.
The policy which states that, unless if they don't give you the people don't give you the consent that it should pay.
Is that, yeah, sure. Is that any, just clarification, is that any person, or like it could just be a member of the public, a public worker, a public servant?
Anybody who doesn't feel comfortable. Like right now, I'm calling over here. If he says he don't feel comfortable,
You don't feel, but why don't you feel comfortable about the camera? But there's a camera right there. I'm just pointing out that there's cameras everywhere we go, sir. I mean, there's cameras everywhere. There's one right above your head. Yeah.
somebody, like I said, you can see as soon as somebody feels kind of like not comfortable with that, at that
But
point,
officer, don't you think that kind of like, what if somebody says, what if there was a policy that says, I don't feel comfortable around people of color?
That's an excellent question, Sean, and it brings us to the fifth chink in Reyes's total ignorance of First Amendment laws. Sean is correct that you can't restrict free speech based on obesity or color of skin. But that pesky Supreme Court has determined that speech can be restricted based on time, place, and manner, as long as it is applied uniformly. So a fat guy can be denied access not because he's fat, but because filming is restricted for everyone, based on the government requiring an appointment only, and not just because you're fat.
Officer, don't you think that kind of like, what if somebody says, what if there was a policy that says, I don't feel comfortable around people of color, right? And then the minute that you walk in the building and you say, hey, I don't feel comfortable because this guy, his skin is a little bit different than mine.
It's the same stuff. Tomorrow might be somebody else.
Right.
To a point, it's like this.
Right. Yeah, I traveled all the way over here.
No, you came from New York?
Yes, from New York.
Straight from New York, came from the line.
From Long Island, New York, to come over here. Because I believe in transparency in our government. I'm not, if you know any, I don't know if you know about me, but if you know anything about me in particular, I don't escalate a situation. I work with police departments across this country. Yeah, I don't escalate. I don't disrespect anybody. You know, I try and stand firm to my rights and what I believe is transparency and accountability in our government. All right, and the only way to fix this, the same way that you say you're enforcing the policy here and the orders from the mayor and everything like that, you know, the only way for me to try and combat it, other than there's nothing I can do, right? I'm not going to just go in and start recording. I'm not going to do that. But
So Sean claims he never barges into public buildings, huh?
Hey, how you doing?
I might actually step out.
Can I please speak to a supervisor?
First, you're gonna have to step
I have a law right here. You want to take a look at
You're gonna
it?
have to step out for me.
Please don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Step out.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
All right, so step out the facility.
Don't touch me.
Right now you're trespassing.
Don't touch me. Don't. The only way for me to try and combat it, other than there's nothing I can do, right? I'm not gonna just go in and start recording. Don't touch me.
All right, so step out the facility.
Don't touch me.
Right now you're trespassing.
Don't touch me. Don't
Right now
touch
you're
me.
trespassing.
Hey,
Someone
get
needs to
off
step
of me.
out.
Get
All right,
off of
talk.
me.
All
Get
right,
off
now
of
we
me.
can talk.
You know, the only way for me to try and combat it, other than there's nothing I can do, right? I'm not gonna just go in and start recording. I'm not gonna do that. But are you scared of me or something? Stop. Are you scared of me?
You keep coming closer.
But are you scared? I'm going into my building.
Pay for this building.
Yeah, we pay for this building. That's right. We do pay for this building.
You want to talk to the supervisor?
We pay for this. I'm waiting for the supervisor. And my property's inside of this building right now. My property's inside of this building right now. My property's inside of this building. I'm getting my property.
Yo, step back.
Don't push me. Yo, what are you doing? Yeah. What are you pushing me for? What are you pushing me for? No one's scared of you. No one's scared of you. No one's scared of you. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm not gonna just go in and start recording. I'm not gonna do that. But
Sean?
who are you?
Who are you, Sean? John Reyes?
Yes, sir. Who are you?
See the sign right there? The sign says no audio or...
I just want to know who you are, sir. I can't find out who you are as a public servant. You know who I am.
Yes, I do.
So can I just know who you are as a public servant? You work in the mayor's office?
The mayor's already giving you everything you need.
So why can't I have a how do I make an appointment with the mayor to speak to the mayor?
Already told you all that.
No, he didn't.
So at this point, there's a disruption. There's a disturbance.
I'm just-
So I will gladly ask you to. Your second partner is over there on the library. Right?
I don't have partner. I work alone.
Well, somebody, maybe a pre came back. I don't know.
I don't know.
So you will have to leave, or you will be trespassed.
Well, we're gonna have to make a trip back here from Long Island, New York, to go to the public meetings. I don't know how they all knew I was coming here. I'm all the way in Kentucky. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way they know who I am all the way out here. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, how'd you know my name? That's pretty cool, man. How'd you know? Am I that famous?
You're not famous.
Am I that famous?
I don't know you.
I don't know how they all knew I was coming here. Is he over here in the library? Let's see. It's unfortunate. They brothers always watching us.
You cannot film people. Okay? You want to do that?
Excuse me?
You can't film people.
Is that a law? No, ma'am.
I'm asking you not to film people. They're asking you not to film them.
Well, the current score is about 8 courts, Reyes nothing. But let's end the game at the library where Reyes crash and burns.
This is not your
Sir, you have a bunch of book.
either.
You have a bunch of. It's freedom of press, ma'am. You're a public servant. You get paid for by tax dollars, ma'am. I have the right to film government employees in the course of their
You
building.
may leave if
The Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals held that, quote, for the purposes of First Amendment analysis, the library is a limited public forum. As such, the library is obligated only to permit the public to exercise rights that are consistent with the nature of the library and consistent with the government's intent in designating the library as a public forum. Traditionally, libraries provide a place for reading, writing, and quiet contemplation.
Sean Reyes is all over the place, but I truly believe that he knows Poster 7 prohibits filming in post offices. I don't think he's dumb. I think he's cunning. And all public buildings can restrict access based on time, place, and manner. Now that's my take on it. What's yours? The John Ligato Show is being broadcast from outside the gates of Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune in beautiful North Carolina. If you like what you saw today, hit subscribe and like. Semper Fidelis.